In Rockingham County, we've just learned that a lockdown at Bethany Community School has been lifted now.
The sheriff's office says the school locked down early this afternoon after a call about a gun on campus. WFMY News 2's Daniel Cruz is on scene now. Daniel, what's the latest?
Chad and Eric, this call came in around 1 o'clock this afternoon. According to Sheriff Sam Page, the principal called 911 to report a student may have had a gun on campus. Immediately, the sheriff's office responded along with other agencies, including the North Carolina State Highway Patrol. They then put the school on lockdown as the search began throughout the building. The sheriff says that they put the students secured in the classrooms as they did that search. Just before 3 o'clock this afternoon, the sheriff completed their search, and he says that they did not recover a weapon and that lockdown was lifted. Now, Bethany Community School is a local charter school in Rockingham County, and they have their own lockdown procedures for these circumstances. Sheriff Page says that his office and the school stuck by those procedures to make sure that students and staff were safe. School did dismiss as usual shortly after 3 o'clock this afternoon. When we first arrived here this afternoon, we did speak to parents. They said that they were pleased with the response from the sheriff's office and notifications by phone and text from the school as soon as this lockdown was put in place. Again, it was lifted just before 3 o'clock this afternoon, and there were no weapons recovered at Bethany Community School. Live in Rockingham County, Daniel Cruz, WFMY News 2.
Daniel, thank you. This is a developing story. People who subscribe to the News 2 app will get new information first. All right, Tim Buckley, we are headed into the weekend, a big weekend for a lot of people doing outdoor things. Sounds like it's going to be cold.
Yeah, Chad, that's absolutely right. The main thing that you'll have to worry about weather-wise is just bundling up. Otherwise, we're fine. We'll keep this blue sky around that we've seen so much of recently. It'll be here for both Saturday and for Sunday. Right here in the here and now, we're a little warmer than we were yesterday by just a couple of degrees. Blue sky as well. 48 is your current temperature. Now, we had our coldest morning of the season so far. Many of us in the low 20s earlier this morning. Temperatures in your hometowns at the moment, it's in the 30s in the North Carolina mountains, upper 40s here locally, right around 50 in Asheboro and 52 in Troy. That would be the warm spot. So everybody pretty much in the same boat. Now, overnight tonight, it is going to get quite cold again. And keep this in mind if you're headed out to a high school playoff game this evening or just out on the town. It'll get cold quickly. Temperatures dropping down into the 20s. Yet again, so sleep in the morning or bundle up, whichever one you would like to do. We'll have that cold start once again for Saturday. I do think we'll have a good chance of scraping the windshield yet again as well. Frost will be with us, warming up to right around 50. So tomorrow, just a couple degrees warmer than today was, but it's still a cool, chilly, winter-like feel. That is our local weather. The big national story that is just kind of remarkable, some weather history perhaps being made, not anywhere close to here, by the way. It's up near Buffalo, New York. This is Lake Erie. That's called Lake Ontario. These are two of the Great Lakes that impact Canada and New York State. Now, the reason I'm showing you this, they've had about 48 inches of snow in the last 36 hours, right about in Orchard Park, New York, which is close to where the Buffalo Bills play. That is about 4 feet of snow in just a day and a half. Pretty remarkable. It is still coming down. It will continue to come down. We'll keep you posted on those weather records if any do get set up in Buffalo. High pressure will keep us high and dry for the weekend. You have nothing to worry about tomorrow, as I said, but by Sunday, some colder air will start to move closer to us. So it'll knock us back into the 40s yet again. Let's take an early look at your Thanksgiving forecast. We head into dry weather Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. That's something you can feel pretty good about if you have to do any traveling. However, Thursday, Thanksgiving Day, and also Black Friday, we're still watching the potential of a weather system that could bring us some rain either or both of those days. Stay tuned for updates.
Tim, thank you. The News 2 app will come in handy to know how to dress over the coming days. Basically, bundle up. The app is free in your app store.
With this cold weather, it is perfect for opening night of WFMY News 2's Piedmont Winterfest. The ice perfectly smooth and ready to go. Lauren Coleman, Amanda Ferguson out there live right now in downtown Greensboro trying it out. Looks perfect, guys.
It looks perfect, Eric. Winter has come early to downtown Greensboro. As you said, we are live at LeBauer Park for the kickoff of Piedmont Winterfest, and we couldn't be happier. Doors open at 4 o'clock, so as you can see, it's a little quiet out here. But Amanda, this is your first time on the ice in a couple of years.
Yeah,
How are you
I came
feeling?
here a couple of years ago. We came actually early because I wanted to make sure I could still ice skate, but it's been so fun so far.
She's being a little modest. So Amanda is a pro. She was out here doing pirouettes and leaps and jumps, and you're going to see some of those moves in a few minutes. But just to give you a rundown of tonight, doors open at 4 o'clock, as I said. Not too many people out here yet, but we can expect it to get pretty packed over the next several hours. Doors do close at 10 o'clock. Tickets are $10 tonight, but $15 throughout the season. So stick with us. We're going to be out here for the 4, 5, and 6 having a good old time. Give them a little twirl, Amanda.
I don't know. I can do that right now.
You'll see her show off her moves coming up. Back to you guys.
All right, let's get to your 4 to 5 roundup now. Attorney General Merrick Garland announced today his appointment of special counsel to oversee the January 6th investigation and the Mar-a-Lago investigation. Garland named John L. Smith to the position. He will determine if any person or entity violated the law following the presidential election in 2020. The special counsel is also able to bring about federal charges related to that matter. And the UNC System Board of Governors fined NC-A&T $2 million for having too many out-of-state students for the past 2 years. The university enrolled too many freshmen from out of state, they say. The UNC system says 41% of students enrolled are from out of state, which exceeds the 35% cap in place. The board plans to meet soon to talk about the enrollment cap so a situation like this one does not happen again.
The Guilford County Sheriff's Office is offering you a free class about safety. It focuses on home security, identity theft, reporting crime, and gun safety. Organizers say they want to cut down on crime and improve relationships with people who live there. Tonight's class is from 5 to 6:30, and there is more information on the county's website.
Well, he is known as the ambassador of the American Songbook. Michael Feinstein is playing with the Greensboro Symphony this Saturday in his touring show that pays tribute to the late, great Judy Garland. I spoke with Feinstein, who said that trying to cover the scope of Garland's career is not easy in one single show, especially since there were so many facets for her ability to entertain.
There were two distinct eras in Judy Garland's career, not counting her early vaudeville days, but her movie years, which were like 1936 to 1950 when she made 28 feature films, and then 1951 to 1969 when she did 1,100 live concerts. And in that period, she worked with Nelson Riddle and Billy May and Gordon Jenkins and Mort Lindsay. And I discovered the swing arrangements, not through Sinatra, but through the Judy Garland recordings first.
The show is not just a concert, but they say it's a multimedia style presentation, an effort to make the audience feel like they're with Judy Garland.
I've been very lucky to have the approval and support of the Garland family, who supplied access to over 7,000 photographs and home movies and amazing multimedia that will be part of the show. And then, of course, it's with the Greensboro Symphony, conducted by Evan Reuter. And it's a survey of her music and a tremendous celebration with fantastic orchestrations. And there's a few clips of Judy, of course, and a recording of hers that I found that's never been heard before, in which I accompany her on the piano.
So it's really interesting that he said the family kind of gave him the nod and said this is okay. And Liza Minnelli, her daughter, was originally part of the producers of this. It's supposed to be a heck of a show, and some of the video, some of the images, some of the arrangements have never been heard. And it's touring the country. They just left Cincinnati, and he said they came here. Wonderful. He loves the images of the Tanger Center. Yeah. And when I talked to him, he was backstage at Carnegie Hall. Just another day, right? Like
that's wild. I'm so jealous of the Greensboro Symphony Orchestra. I mean, think about the people that they get to work with on a regular basis. I mean, it's incredible. It's also a testament to the talent of both the artist that performs with them, but also the orchestra. I mean, do you practice much? I mean, do you get many opportunities?
It's funny. I asked him the exact same question, his answer, because I said every symphony has a different nuance. Everything feels, the conductors are different. He said we get one rehearsal, and it's usually the day of. And that's usually the way it goes, so I can't imagine.
Do you have a favorite? Judy Garland?
Judy Garland song? Well, I mean, Wizard of Oz tops the list, but when she became more of like with the Sinatra and the Rat Pack, I'm a big classic TV buff, so when I look at those old films, and they are films, not videotape, of her singing with the Rat Pack, I love that.
Yeah, Wizard of Oz, definitely my favorite.
Oh yeah, absolutely. All right, we'll take a break. We're coming right back.
I think I can move around the cabin. If there's a big lump that starts growing on my head, just let me know.
We'll just shave it off.
We'll save a piece.
Well, I'm just not ever going to sit on that one spot by the ATEC thing. I was trying to plug my computer in, but forget it.
This is our showtime. Lauren.
Showtime. Woo.
Okay.
Hey guys, if you're at home and you're wondering, where are Amanda and Lauren today? Well, we are downtown at LeBauer Park for the kickoff of Winterfest. We are having a great time out here on the skates. How are you feeling, Amanda?
This is so much fun. I forgot how much fun ice skating is.
All right, Amanda, you've been out here doing tricks. You know, I'm pretty much a basic skater, but Amanda, she can do a lot of tricks. So show us how you go backwards.
All right, let me try to do this. I don't want to mess up. Now that it's our time to shine.
Look at her go! All right, so that was awesome. Just want to give you guys a little bit of a rundown on what's happening here this evening. As I said, is the kickoff of Piedmont Winterfest. Doors opened at 4 o'clock, and they're going to close at 10 o'clock tonight. Right now, within the last couple of minutes, we've seen some folks come out that are registering to get some skates. So hopefully, we'll see some more folks out on the ice. If you're looking for something to do with the family, if you're looking for something to do with your friends, maybe even with Bae for date night, this is the perfect place to be. Make sure that you grab a coat because once the sun goes down, it's gonna get pretty cold.
It's a
so
little cold.
Definitely want the hat, you definitely want the gloves and the shoes. And speaking of the shoes, that comes with your $10 purchase. So tonight tickets are $10. They're gonna be $15 any other time. But if you're like me, you're not someone that skates all the time, they will give you a pair of skates as a part of your ticket purchase. So make sure that you come on down before the doors close tonight at 10. Woo!
How did Amanda from Florida learn to skate like
That's
that?
what I
for
wanna
goodness
know.
sake? Look at her.
Y'all saw that?
Amanda, tell us about your history with skating.
I have no history.
No history. This is your first time
I
ever?
guess I used to
It's
ice
always-
skate with my family and I used to rollerblade, but that's the extent here.
Okay, well maybe the rollerblading is the key. We all learned how to like skate with the 4 wheels.
Inline.
Yes.
That's great. And I know
The
sometimes they have
rollerblading
like
is the key.
I wonder this year, do you know, are they going to have like that fake snow machine out there?
Oh, I love that.
So Chad, I asked about the fake snow machine. It might not be brought out tonight, but you have until the end of January to enjoy this beautiful skating rink. So they said they're definitely going to have it the other nights, but we might not see it tonight. But it's still really beautiful out here. We've got the picture booth machine. We've got the lights on the trees that are just going to be lit so beautifully later on in the night as that sun starts to set. So we're having a good time out here.
That's awesome. I love when the skating rink is in LeBauer Park because you have the backdrop, so the tall buildings downtown. It's magical.
And I bet they do get the disco ball out like they have in years past.
Yeah.
And they do like disco Thursdays or whatever
Theme
it is.
nights,
Yes, I like that.
And the music, they're always playing holiday music out there. So.
We didn't see that, Lauren, don't worry.
Yeah, she just
She was like, you didn't see that. I'm like, she's upright for most of the time anyway, so it's all good, right?
That's a win.
Yeah.
Have fun out there, ladies. Looks like a good time.
All right, so.
Oh, they went over. I thought we were supposed to. Oh, that was a read. I didn't do that.
Welcome back. Have you thawed out yet from the morning? Pretty cold stuff out there. In fact, you know, for me, I kind of wake up late. Usually I come into work at 2 p.m. At 10 o'clock this morning, the shady areas in the backyard still had plenty of frost. So that tells you how cold it was initially. In fact, we were pretty close to record territory. I'll point this out for you. The average low for this time of year is 38 degrees. That's kind of the average. You take the highs, the lows, average it all together. The record low for this date, 21. We were 24 at PTI in Greensboro, but many others were at that number. Burlington, 21. Siler City, 20. Reedsville, 19. Martinsville, 2. Pretty much everybody just really cold. We have to keep in mind, we're in the middle of November here. So some years, this is about the coldest we get in the middle of winter, kind of a head start for sure. Now, currently, it actually feels pretty good compared to where we've been. There's not much of a breeze. We are around 50 for this afternoon. Still a chill, but not quite as bad as it's been. Overall, though, it is still a winter pattern across the United States. Take a look here, teens, 20s, 30s, 40s for most of us east of the Rockies. Now, there is quite a lot of weather happening, just not here locally. We have these things called snow squalls happening in the Appalachian Mountains, these heavy bursts of snow that are moving through, but they're all well to the north of us, and you've heard plenty about the lake effect snow up in New York. High pressure will keep us dry. heading into the weekend. So any plans you have for tomorrow or for Sunday, you're good to go. But if you're headed to things like the High Point Parade coming up on Sunday, number one, wave hello. We'll be there. We'll see you. But it'll be cold. Temperatures are only in the low 40s at that time, and late in the afternoon it starts to kind of chill down pretty quickly this time of year. A little bit of a sneak peek toward Thanksgiving. We are looking to be mostly dry for Thursday, but we could have a weather system setting up for Friday, bringing us some rain for Black Friday. And then the North Carolina mountains, this could be some excitement. They might be able to see some snow showers right here in North Carolina, the mountains, coming up next Saturday. So we'll see what happens if that develops for us. Usually that's an easy way to do it this time of year with a northwest wind direction. 7-day forecast, again, we are staying cold and dry through early next week. There is a bit of a warm up. I expect 58 for Wednesday with dry conditions for traveling. Thursday itself, we'll call it a low rain chance for now. Friday, a bit better chance of those showers.
All right, the holiday season is here and the pressure is on for the Postal Service to deliver. The U.S. Postal Service says it's adding more package processing machines. Not a surprise.
Yes, and they are also trying to hire approximately 28,000 seasonal workers to prevent a holiday crush and delays. Officials are expressing concerns about whether or not your post office will in fact be able to get your mail in and out on time.
Postmasters that are short-staffed in many areas of the country are personally delivering mail on some routes in order to fulfill that mission. In some regions, advertised vacancies get no applicants.
People and businesses alike depend heavily on the Postal Service, especially during the holiday season, and they're hoping to fill empty positions soon in order to deliver the holidays to everyone.
Maybe you've heard your mail might not reach you until after dark, even nighttime deliveries between now and Christmas. There's a potential for long lines as workers try to sort through all of the envelopes and boxes. The Postal Service set these deadlines to get your mail where you want it to go in time. Yes, I know this is a month ahead of time, but some people like to plan early. We'll be sharing this information as we get closer so you're prepared.
Yeah, and you know, those dates haven't really changed in time.
Right, yeah. I mean, we'll just go look at next year's or last year's, right? All right, there's a chance that you've already started Christmas shopping, or maybe you wait until the week of.
So we took the question to our WFMY News 2 Facebook page, and so far we've only received one comment, but Carmen says she started a week ago. We want to hear from more from you for chiming in here on our 4 to 5 Facebook page. We got to get that going out there. Start holiday shopping. I mean, I don't think there's a day that we say here's where we started. If you're smart, you start it all year long. You know, you just go whenever you see.
Picked up a few things.
You do
which
that,
you
right?
do.
Yeah, I have a couple of things here and there, but I'll really start gearing up probably after Thanksgiving.
Yeah, me too.
And you'll start checking people off the list just to make sure and all that kind of stuff.
Charlotte, you know, I got to focus on
The baby.
little
Yes.
Charlotte.
I know, because she's so cute. Of course, you get her a box, and she'd be happy.
Just with the box.
Just with the box.
Absolutely, no joke.
For sure.
It would be really funny if a company like played off of that and they just sold boxes.
Just
for
call
kids.
it the box.
It's called the box.
Yes.
The box.
The box.
And you can wrap it because they like to pull the wrapping paper off, but there doesn't have to be anything inside.
And you
it.
could like perforate like places where you could have like a window.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. Hey,
That's
we
it.
just did it for you,
You
right
did it.
there. Cardboard in the suitcase, or just mail it right
Early
there,
retirement.
All right. What about you?
I have already started Christmas shopping. Most of it is for people that I know that I'm sending something. And a lot of times I just send it now. Like I'm not waiting until whatever. I'm like, hey, this is your Christmas present. Just hold on to it.
Yeah.
So do you tell them like you can't open it?
You know what I say? Hey, it's going to be there.
Do what you want
You
to.
do you,
That's
right?
right,
You want
that's
to
right.
eat dessert first and then dinner, you do it. You want to open up your Christmas thing and start it early?
That's
go.
right. Your business.
As kids, did you ever do that? Did you ever open a present
No.
early and then rewrap it?
Oh.
I had.
Sneaky sneakertins.
I tore the corner off
Just to
one
make
time,
sure?
and my mom called me.
Oh,
This is
wow.
not good.
My
Not
mom
good.
would always hide like their presents in the closet after they've been wrapped, so I would go in there and shake it, see what it is. I'm like, clothes.
Clothes. Next. Yes.
And my mom always wrapped like all my stuff was in one kind of paper, all my dad's stuff was in another kind of paper,
Oh, so
that
she
kind of
could-
stuff.
yeah.
Right, so you knew your presents were in whatever paper that was. But I never went looking. I'm a first child, firstborn,
Yeah, you're
played
the-
by all the
yep.
rules.
So were your parents like mine, where my mom still to this day will save the boxes? She'll like save the
Oh, of
boxes that
course.
we use.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
I
And then
now
she has a
save
whole
the
thing of
boxes.
like boxes and old wrapping paper.
Yep,
Oh yeah, I
yep.
got that. It's in the prize closet.
Get the prize closet.
True.
The game
True.
show at Tanya's
What else
house.
is in there?
Oh, yeah? No, let's go looking. All right, we'll be right back.
So the folks here at the booth.
Mic check, Jalen. Kayana, I don't know where the coach is. They're supposed to be back from pregame meal. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Mic check, Jalen. 1, 2, 3, 4. She said I'm low. Turn the volume up on the side. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Is that better? Can you hear me now? Better? Can you hear me better? Jalen, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Mic. Still mic. I mean, okay, cool, but this thing's like in. She said it's super low still. Yeah, I've got it. Keep mic check, Jalen, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hey, we're going to just do straight live. It doesn't look like Coach is going to make it for the interview. I'm going to be honest with you. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Yeah, no, Coach. Cool.
Welcome back to the 4 to 5, everybody. Eric Chilton in studio with Chad Silver, chief meteorologist Tim Buckley,
Hello.
and Tanya Rivera.
And our skating superstars.
Yes.
That's right. Lauren Coleman, Amanda Ferguson, they're out live in downtown Greensboro for opening night of WFMY News 2 Piedmont Winterfest.
Tim is going to have an update on the Winter Lake weekend forecast, but first, Lauren and Amanda, it's a big night in downtown Greensboro.
Big night in downtown Greensboro. As you know, this is the kickoff event for Piedmont Winterfest. Doors open around 4 o'clock, and a lot has changed since we last checked in with you.
Yeah, we have some friends joining us here on the ice, so come on down. This is open until 10 o'clock tonight.
So as you can see, I have something in my hands here.
Yeah,
I don't
tell
know
us
if
what this is about.
I don't know if you were watching around 4:15ish. I almost had a major fall on the ice. So then the folks here at Winterfest got me one of these. This is called a skate trainer. And as you can see, some of the little kiddos out here are with those. So if it's their first time skating, or if they're like me, they're not really a professional skater like Amanda, they can get one of these. But make sure that you stick with us. We're going to be out here for the rest of the night, so you can have more of a rundown of what to expect if you come out this evening. See you later, guys.
All right, have fun, ladies. It's also a big night under the lights. Friday Football Fever, round 3 of the playoffs. 13 Triad schools are still in the running for a state title. WFMY News 2's Jalen Gilkey is live in Reedsville as the Rams get ready to take on the Chase Trojans.
Yeah, Chad, that's absolutely right. We're here in the football capital of North Carolina as your Reedsville Rams, the #1 seed in the Western 2A bracket, prepare to take on the Chase Trojans. And if you could pan the camera up there, you can see the boys. They're just getting in from their pre-game meal. Now, for the Rams, they are 11-1 on the year, and that offense has been absolutely electric, scoring over 43 points per game on the season, while that defense has been locked down all year long. They've only allowed just under 20 points a game. So for this third round matchup, we're expecting a whole lot of points here on Jimmy Teague Field, named after the head ball coach out here in Reedsville, as the Rams look for their 9th state title under Coach Teague since his reign began in 1992, and their 23rd in school history. Now, kickoff between Reedsville and Chase is tonight here, and it's going to be a chilly one, so bring a couple blankets, make sure you bring some hand warmers, and make sure you bundle up. I'll be here. Kickoff is at 7:30.
Jalen, thank you. One thing that you did not grow up with, but those of us in the north grew up with, were really, really cold bleacher seats for Friday football.
We did not have that in South Florida. Nope. You sweated through most of all the high school games.
So, you know, most benches are just made of aluminum, right? And so you bring a blanket, you sit on that, your butt still gets cold, so then you put the heat warmers down there, or the hot hands underneath your, your tush. Underneath your tush.
So why don't you wear like long underwear or something underneath your pants?
I mean, you can for sure, but I mean, at some point, once
doesn't
it gets
matter.
cold enough, it doesn't matter.
I think I might have to invest in one of those suits that have like the electricity stuff running through, like by battery or whatever, that heats you, you know, all the way through. I think motorcycle people wear them, right?
Yeah, just make sure you don't overheat. Because then or if you get to shorten it, then you're sizzling.
And then my hair is sizzling, is that what you're saying? That's a look right there.
Yeah,
We're just going to leave you with that.
All right, from high school to the pros, as you know, we are your official home of the Carolina Panthers. We are giving away 2 tickets to the game against the Lions. This is on Christmas Eve. All you have to do is play trivia on our website, and you can play as many times as you like, but time is running out. The contest ends at 6 o'clock tonight, so just about an hour and a half. We will announce the winner tonight at 11.
All right, let's get to your 4 to 5 roundup. The Rockingham County Sheriff's Office is confirming that a lockdown at Bethany Community School in Summerfield has been lifted. Deputies got a call around 1 o'clock this afternoon about a possible gun on campus. Deputies searched the school, but no weapon was found. The lockdown was then lifted around 3 o'clock. Again, deputies did not find anything on campus to be concerned about. The Rockingham County Sheriff says if you see something, though, or hear something that you're concerned about, you need to definitely say something. Well, we have new details on the death of a Winston-Salem State student. Shanquella Robinson, the FBI Charlotte field office is now investigating the incident. Robinson went to Mexico last month with a group of friends, did not return home. She was found dead in her hotel room in Mexico just 1 day after she arrived. Robinson's death has gathered national attention, as well as the attention of North Carolina lawmakers. Representative Alma Adams sent us this statement, and it reads in part, "I was saddened to hear the passing of Shanquella Robinson, and my heart goes out to her family and those who loved her. No parent deserves to suffer this kind of tragedy. There is a viral video that is circulating around about the 25-year-old woman's death. We have not been able to authenticate where or when the video was taken, but it claims to show Robinson being violently attacked. The FBI says it is aware of this video and it's investigating further.
Check out the CDC's latest COVID transmission map. The vast majority of the state is in green, which is great news. It's the lowest level of spread. The CDC updates this map once a week. We're also monitoring the CDC's flu map. North Carolina, not doing as well. Colored maroon today, indicating the second highest level of spread. Now, this is actually a step below, so in the right direction where we were last week, but it's still really high. Health leaders are stressing the importance of getting vaccinated.
Cold weather definitely continues, and we're kind of in that early winter weather pattern right now. Now, we've had sunshine and temperatures pretty tolerable, let's say, this afternoon, certainly compared to this morning when we were in the low 20s. Now we're in the upper 40s, so it's manageable if you're going out and about outside. Hey, look, a little live look at our downtown Winterfest, the first day for the skating rink. We'll be checking in with Amanda and Lauren in just a minute or so, but here's the rest of your weather. Temperatures right now do look to be in the 40s locally. This is pretty much where we're going to hang out until the sun goes down, but after that, you can bet that that temperature drops pretty quickly. I expect we'll be in the 30s by around 8 o'clock. And then right around freezing by around midnight and down to the 20s yet again. So similar to this morning, maybe a couple of degrees warmer. We are all down into the 20s. That's how you'll start your Saturday. So it's a chilly one. It's a good one to kind of hang inside for a little while if you can. We'll warm up tomorrow, kind of like today, right around 50 for the afternoon, and still really nothing but sunshine. Our weather locally has been very calm and quiet aside from the temperatures, but it's been really chaotic and big time disruptions across the northern tier of the country. This is called lake effect snow. You've heard a lot about it near Buffalo, also up near the Canadian border. They've been getting dumped on about 48 inches at last check near Hamburg, New York. And this is what it looks like up there if you're getting all that snow. People opening their garage doors. This video from Mary in Orchard Park right down the road from the Bills Stadium. Yeah, that's something to deal with. We'll keep you posted on how much snow they end up getting. Here locally, as I said, no snow, but we have ice. If you're downtown Greensboro, that is. Let's check into the skating rink with Lauren Coleman and Amanda Ferguson on the ice.
Downtown Greensboro at LaBarre Park, where things are starting to heat up a little bit. Within the last few minutes, we've got more folks on the ice.
Yeah,
Isn't
we're
that
starting
right, Amanda?
to see a bunch of kids and families start to come out here. So you can come out now, join us on the ice, and you can skate out here till 10 p.m. tonight.
Got till 10 p.m. tonight. I spoke to one young man that says he works downtown, and he heard about it on the news, and he said, I'm going to come out here and check it out. We've got several families, same situation, so we're going to keep talking to these folks, and we'll let you know what they have to say coming up. So stick with us. We're having a good time out here. We'll be right back after this break. Hey guys, we are down in downtown Greensboro at LeBauer Park for Winterfest, where we've got several other folks on the ice. How are y'all doing this evening?
Oh, we're having a great time. It's a little chilly, but it's awesome. It's so much fun.
So I see you're out here with your boys. How did you find out about this event?
So it's posted on the park's website, but we've actually been down here before to do this and look forward to it every year.
Okay. Can we see some of your moves out on the ice?
Yeah, let's see if that's
So this is their first time skating out on the ice, but isn't he doing such a great job, Amanda?
A really good job for the first time.
So Amanda, what's been the highlight of this evening for you?
I think the highlight is just skating around.
Skating around?
Trying to get better, because you don't have to be a pro to come out here. You can just
Okay, so
be
we
a
have
beginner.
another visitor that's out on the skate. So what's your name again? Ethan. And how did you find out about this event?
I looked at the website, and I used to skate when I was a little boy and when I was 3 years old, and I got hurt before. And this is my first time, and I don't want to get hurt.
Well, the good news is we do have these trainers out here, so if you're not the strongest skater, you can always get one of these trainers. They are free, and they come with the event. But are you going to enjoy the rest of the night?
Yes, Lauren.
All right. Well, thank you so much. Me and Amanda, we're going to go ahead and skate around and talk about the event. So as we said, doors open up by 4 o'clock. They're going to close at 10 tonight. So if you're sitting at home on the couch, come on out here, because tonight there's actually a sale. It only costs $10 to come out here. Your skates are included in that $10 ticket. And if you decide to come on out tomorrow or till the end of January, it's going to be $15 then. But a lot of fun out here. Amanda, what's been your favorite part?
ice skating with you.
Ice skating with me. What else do you expect to see tonight? I know that it's been a while since you've been out on the ice. What else do you expect to see tonight?
I hope we actually see some more people come out here and join us, because it's a lot of fun out here at Winterfest.
Yeah, more people are expected to come out tonight. Right now it is pretty chilly, but I can guarantee you it's going to get a lot colder as that sun starts to set. So you definitely want to make sure that you have a puffy jacket like I have on.
Lauren, I have to tell you, it's like you're addressing the camera and you're, Chad said, like play-by-play commentator, but we just see Amanda flitting around behind you and flying all over the place. She's your color commentator.
She's the figure skater.
Yeah.
She's the figure skater here. Like I said, I'm basic. I do the basic 1-2 step out here. So I think the commentator, I'm in the right place.
Lauren, you're a lot better than a lot of people who, you've been out there plenty of times, and you see people just kind of riding the railing the whole way around the outside of the rink.
Yes, you do see a little bit of that. That was me last year, because it was my first time skating in about 7 years.
Oh.
But once you get a few laps in, you start to get a little more comfortable. One of the folks working Winterfest was like, "Are you sure you've only done this a few times? You're pretty good." And
Yeah.
I said, "I used to rollerblade, so that might be why."
Guys, she wanted to come out here an hour early just to practice.
I
I
did.
get out here and she's just going, just ice skating like a pro.
I didn't want to fall on TV, but you saw me have a little slip around 4:15ish, so I did, wobble a little bit. But it's definitely a fun time out here. Bring the family, bring Bae, bring your kids. Like I said, $10
awesome.
tonight, and a lot included in that. It's going to be a good time.
And we're going to be watching the Winterfest cam, so make sure that you're not falling, because if you do, we're going to see it.
We do like watching the Winterfest cam.
Yes.
Yep.
All right, well, have fun out there, ladies. If you want to hit the ice tonight, it is only $10. This is the live picture. LeBauer Park in downtown Greensboro is the place to be. After tonight, the price will be $15 per person. We'll be right back.
Twitter is currently deemed a company in turmoil. The new owner, Elon Musk, left employees with an ultimatum. It pushed most of them to leave. Employees were asked to either commit to hardcore hours by 5 yesterday afternoon or leave with severance pay. So many people left, the company didn't have enough staff to even determine who was still working, and so they just had to close the offices. Now, despite the trending hashtag RIP Twitter, Schiffer says Twitter is probably not at risk of collapsing.
Elon Musk appears to be taking a gallows humor approach to Twitter's latest troubles Thursday night, posting an emoji of a skull and crossbones, followed by an image of a Twitter tombstone. He also tweets, "How do you make a small fortune in social media? Start out with a large one." But for many employees, it's no laughing matter. This cell phone video appears to show a scroll of insults aimed at Elon Musk, projected against Twitter's San Francisco headquarters.
Twitter's an unstable company right now. And
Zoe Schiffer is managing editor at the investigative tech newsletter Platformer. She says earlier this week, employees were given an ultimatum: either pledge to high-intensity, quote, hardcore work with long hours by 5 Thursday afternoon, or resign with severance pay. Schiffer says many more workers than expected decided to leave.
10 seconds.
Some even going online to count down to the deadline.
7, 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy New Year!
hundreds of people have said they are out, and a lot of those people were working on core infrastructure projects to keep Twitter's site reliable, to keep it secure, and to keep user data private.
Schiffer says so many employees left, the company didn't have enough staff to figure out who was still working and needed to shut down its offices and cut badge access until the dust settled.
They're very scared that employees are going to sabotage the service on their way out the door.
Well, Schiffer says Twitter is probably not at risk of collapsing, but she says when there is high traffic and fewer workers to fix problems, well, Twitter could become more glitchy or difficult to log onto. I mean, we've seen that. All right, we're obviously
we're transitioning to something fun.
Yes.
So this right here is what we're giving out at the High Point Parade on Sunday.
Oh, the High Point Holiday Parade.
Nice.
Who's going to it? You better.
So you can see all of my fantastic ears.
Beautiful.
And, yeah.
I can't tell if this is too small or I've just got a big head because I'm on the last little notch here. Don't give me that look.
I'm on the last one too.
Here's what I'll say. We bought them for the kids who are watching the parade, right?
Yes.
And so.
Okay, ready?
Yes.
Let's take a photo here.
We'll get all three of
Ready,
us.
Tanya, get in here. Perfect.
I wish they had. I want real lights on it, like the real. I want it to.
Oh, you can do that before the parade. So we'll have these at the parade at High Point on Sunday, and then we'll have them at the Greensboro Parade that happens on December the 3rd.
I love this. These are so cool.
They're fun.
We probably should put some earmuffs on the side, right?
That's true.
It'd be kind of warm.
I love to see people at the parade, and a lot of them are dressed up. Some of them in full like Santa costumes or elf costumes or things of that nature, which is fun.
It's just a happy time of the year.
It
I even
is.
like it when people do the things to their car. I love it when people have Christmas lights inside the cab. Have you ever seen how they hang them? I don't know how they do that, but it looks so cool.
And you should probably, if you're going to be at the parade, you should probably sit on the, I guess, the western-facing side because when that sun goes down over the building,
that's just right.
Ooh, it's going to be chilly.
Just have to
Right,
bundle
Tim
up.
Buckley?
Who knows? Maybe by December the 3rd, it'll be 70 degrees.
Stranger things have happened.
Right.
Might I remind you, last week it was 82. Now it's, flip those numbers, 28. We don't have this though. Let's just take a minute or so to gawk at all of these snow pictures coming out of Buffalo. This is from the Buffalo Bills official Twitter account. They still have it. It's working. Look at all that snow, 3.5 feet at the time of this picture. Since then, there's been more, but this almost looks like a scene out of Game of Thrones, like the White Walkers are coming in here. You can't see anything. 3 to 4 feet at the stadium. They've moved the game, by the way, because there's a travel ban in place. They don't want people on the roads. So what's going on here? This is called lake effect snow, and it is a little bit as simple as it sounds. You have these big, huge lakes, the Great Lakes, some of the biggest lakes in the world, in our country, and when you bring cold air over them, the water temperature is relatively warm. So you're kind of forming like a thunderstorm in the summertime. You get this rapidly rising air, which creates clouds, and it creates these narrow but very intense snow bands. In Buffalo, on the north side of town, they've only had 4 inches. On the south side, they've had 40. So that is the intense difference that just depends on where you are. It's been going on for about 36 hours. I mentioned the latest big report I've seen was close to 50 inches. And just to explain it a little bit further for you, there's your lake, warmer air there because of the water temperature, and it rises. It creates these clouds and they form those big snow bands, and a lot of times you get lightning, some thunder, snow downwind of the lake as well. And one more time, I love this video just because it's kind of a shocking reveal. Watch what happens when you open your garage door south of Buffalo right now. All of that snow remains for you to clear. And good luck with that. It'll take quite a while for those folks in the snow belts up north. High pressure for us, that means dry weather. We have nothing going on locally as far as rain, certainly not snow either, but it will be cold. Temperatures in the 20s yet again for tonight. You'll have sunshine for tomorrow, right around 50. If you're trying to maybe, put up Christmas lights or something, anything in the yard this weekend, I would recommend Saturday over Sunday. It'll be warmer on Saturday. Sunday, we get an extra push of chilly air and a bit of a breeze. So if you're coming to say hi at the parade, bundle up before heading to High Point on Sunday afternoon. It'll be cold. You know it. There's your sunshine sticking around into early next week. Maybe a couple more clouds by Tuesday, but the main system I'll be watching either arrives Thursday or Friday. We are still working out the timing on that, but a good chance of rain toward the end of next week here in the Triad.
Hey, ice cold milk and an Oreo cookie.
Hi there. Hello. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Get set, ready, go. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Stop.
Mic check. 1, 2, 3. 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3. How fun!
Hey, it's time for my 2 cents, and today, big shock, I'm gonna talk about my kids. I know, I do that a lot with my 2 cents, and today's another one. But it's the relationship between my children. So, my twins, identical twin boys, they're 20 years old. I know, don't fall over. They're in college, and that was for my first marriage. And then my wife and I now, we have a 12-year-old boy and a 9-year-old girl, so there's about a 7.5-year age difference between the twins and the next oldest. Well, the two little ones think the twins hung the moon. You know, in the images of them together through the years, they want to be wherever they are. They're all smiles when they're with them. They just think they're the greatest things ever. It's really cute. You know, mom and dad aren't cool, but the twins are really cool. And so the twins are coming home from college break. And the first one, Alex, comes home, the first twin to come home. Bryce is a little bit older than Alex, 40 seconds. But Alex comes home from college today. So last night I pull in from work and I see this. My youngest, my 9-year-old girl, drew this on the driveway. It was the sweetest thing. Welcome home, Bryce and Alex, and all of her little items she was drawing on their hearts and little paintbrushes, and she even put her initial at the bottom of it. I thought for a minute that was a copyright symbol and she thought she'd copyrighted a phrase, but no, that's a little D for Drew. And it just warms my heart to see how the four of them come together. And now that Bryce and Alex are getting older, they're almost like junior parents to them. They take care of them, they're thinking about them, very thoughtful. But these two little ones, Tyler and Drew, were so excited the other night when I told them that Alex will be home today and Bryce will be home Tuesday of next week. You would have thought I said the President of the United States is going to stop by. They were thrilled. So cherish the relationship, not only that you have with your children, but that your kids have with each other, because it's something special. And that's just my 2 cents. That's your 4 to 5. WFMY News 2 at 5 starts now.
All right. We know it's cold here. It's really not that cold, though, in comparison when you take a look at the video from New York.
No, this is something else. Buffalo is seeing a major lake effect snowstorm. It's dropping upwards of 3 to 4 feet of snow in some areas.
Yeah, the storm is so bad. The Buffalo Bills